Hi, everybody. This is Dmitry Malyshev with 101 Credit University. And today's video will be about how you can win when you apply for a credit card, how you can get approved. Because I know a lot of you just applying because maybe you got a pre-approval letter in the mail or something happened, in your credit monitoring service, and they suggest you a couple of banks to apply for. So this is not the right way. And how I know is because we've been doing inquiry removal for over 16 years, because every time you apply, the bank will check your credit and they will ding you with a hard credit inquiry. So how can you win in this application process instead of treating this like a lottery? You might as well buy a lottery ticket, maybe you get lucky like the other person not too long ago. All right, so how to master winning in the credit card application process. Here are the steps. But before we go through the steps to improve your odds, I want to mention something. And it's important because it will put you in a better position when you're applying for a credit card. So this is what it is. When you look at your credit report, when you check all three credit scores and you identify your strongest credit bureaus, I would suggest to apply to the banks that only check that particular credit bureau. Let's say you checked all three credit bureaus and you determined that, hey, my Experian score is the highest out of all three. So what it means that you want to go after the banks that will check Experian only, all right? And this is how you can do it. I will provide you with the link in the description where you can go and just type in your state and click submit, and the database will give you all recent approvals, denials, and limits of approvals, and the dates of approvals on Experian in your particular state. You can go, let's say if it's Equifax, you can choose your state and then you can choose Equifax, and it will give you the same information. So which banks recently approved and what score was required, what limit was given. Okay, so just follow the description. Follow us for more tips like this, because not a lot of people know about it. So that's one. Let's say you've determined your strongest credit bureau and you determined the banks where you're gonna go. Now, how do you prepare your credit profile for actual application process? Number one, you have to always check if you have some sort of consumer statement or security alert or extended fraud alert on your credit report, okay? Because if you do have any of those things, the automated underwriters online will automatically just deny you. They don't want to deal with this. They will have to follow up with you to verify who you are and your identity and stuff like that. So you always want to check to make sure you don't have any of those comments. Also, make sure that your names are spelled correctly and your current address that you're going to be using on the application is on that credit bureau, okay? If you recently moved and your new address is not registered on the credit bureaus yet, and you're going to use it in the application, you'll get automatic denial, okay? So pay attention to your personal information. That's number two. Well, number three, there is a rule where some banks follow it, mostly big banks like Chase, Bank of America, and Citi. They don't want you to apply for more than 4 accounts in the last 2 years. I think it's called 548 rule, or 448. So they don't want to see too many accounts open in the last 2 years. So if you are in the application process, just kind of look up that rule. I think it's you can Google 548 banking rule and see the list of banks where you kind of don't want to apply, But Those are three main things. Make sure that you know your strongest bureau. Make sure you identify which banks you want to go after based on that strongest credit score that you have. Make sure your personal information is in order, okay? And make sure you haven't applied for too many cards and in the last 2 years. And the last, personally, the way I would apply is I would walk into the bank in person with 2 forms of ID with me. And I would sit down with the banker and I would say, excuse me, could you please help me to apply for a credit card? And what they do, they go through the system, they take a look at your ID and your 2 forms of ID. And that's a huge thing. You're already further away, in the process from being rejected because they already verify who you are. They verify your identity and they put in the code, and that will pretty much double your chances of winning in the credit card application. So to summarize this little video for you guys, let's not treat this credit card application process as a lottery. If you really want to be a winner, you want to know where to apply, what's your strongest FICO score, and maybe walk into the in person and sit down with the banker. All right. So comment if you like the video. Maybe if you have any questions, comment, and we'll make the new video based on your questions. And maybe if needed, we'll make a follow-up video and follow up with you personally. And if you do have a lot of hard credit inquiries that preventing you from getting approved, normally around 5, that's already kind of risky. The bank doesn't want to, lend to people that have so many inquiries on single credit bureau. Just give us a call or send us a message on YouTube or go to our website, and we'll be more than happy to help you out to remove those hard credit inquiries. All right. So be a winner. Don't treat credit card applications as a lottery. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.